Hi, this is Todd Hughes with the Charles McMurray Company, and today I want to expand on my previous video when we demonstrated the WB3 spray-only stain from Campbell. I wanted to talk about staining one of the most difficult woods there is, maple. A lot of folks don't like to stain maple because it's difficult, for one, to get good penetration, and second, is that it's a beautiful wood. Oftentimes it's clear coated, but some customers perceive the durability of maple as a superior product for their kitchen and bath areas. So staining maple can be a challenge. But I'd like to show you what it looks like when we use the WB3 from Campbell. So staining maple, like other hardwoods, can be very tough because you can get a lot of blotchiness. It's difficult for the stain to penetrate and to get a nice even stain coat throughout. So I've got a door here I've prepped. This is a solid maple raised panel door, and I'm going to spray it with the WB3 stain and show you what it looks like when it's applied. So I've applied a nice even coat of the WB3. You can see that it's still damp. One of the things I really encourage, especially if you have moldings and edges where product can drip, it's important to maybe keep a little rag and just kind of lightly hit those edges, especially lips here. If the stain is too heavy, it can kind of dry over the edge. The idea is to put it on where we don't have to touch it, but sometimes if you get it a little too heavy, you want to make sure and wipe those edges. If not, they'll dry and leave a bit of a dark spot. So again, wiping all your edges is real important to make sure there's no drips anywhere. But again, you can see the evenness of the stain. It's a nice even wet coat, and I've just gone through and touched up some of the drips. I think we look pretty good all the way around. So let this dry probably about 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll come back and apply a clear coat. So as this is drying, I wanted you to see a little bit of what it looks like. So if you look real close, you can see that the stain is already starting to dry along the edge here, but yet I still have some dark spots. Ideally, what we want to see is the entire door completely dry. And the water-based stain, as it dries, actually looks a little washed out or bleached out. Don't worry about that. The product comes back to life once we apply our clear coat. But you want to make sure it's entirely dry over the whole surface and no wet spots. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem with adhesion with your seal coat. So I've applied the WB3 stain to this maple door and allowed it to dry. It's been about 15-20 minutes since we sprayed it, and you can see it's completely dry. So I'm going to apply a little Magnamax sealer to it, and let's see how it looks with a seal coat. So now I've applied a seal coat to this maple door, and you can see the stain applied, quick to apply, easy to apply, very forgiving, very little handwork involved, and I have a nice evenly stained maple door with one seal coat on there, and you can see the consistent color throughout, the evenness of the color, and I think that's going to be a nice addition to somebody's kitchen. So when you think about using spray-only stains, consider the WB3 from ML Campbell. If you have further questions or would like to get a demo, please call me, Todd Hughes of the Charles McMurray Company, and I'd be glad to set up an appointment, come on out, and show you how easy it is to apply. Thanks for your time.